I was recently encouraged by a devotional that I read from Exodus chapter 14. There is a verse in chapter 14 of the book of Exodus that's just a beautiful, an encouraging verse. That verse says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." What an encouragement to have that thought in our minds that God is going to fight for us. Other scriptures tell us to be still. Remember the passage that says, "Be still and know that I am God." And you get encouraged by that picture, that thought of God fighting our battles with us, or our battles for us. But when you look closely at Exodus chapter 14, you know what's happening to God's people? Moses and the Israelites have just left Egypt, and they're on their way to the wilderness. And shortly into that trip, they come up to the edge of the Red Sea, and they're camping there, waiting for God to show them what they should do. And you read in the first part of Exodus chapter 14 that Pharaoh changes his mind. He realizes what he's done by letting the Israelites leave, and so he says, "I can't let this happen." And he gathers, it says, 600 of his best chariots, then all the others of his chariot, his whole army, and he takes off after the Israelites. And he's bearing down on them, and the Israelites hear the thunder of the army. They see the clouds of dust, and they realize that Pharaoh is closing in behind them with his great vast army, and there in front of them is the Red Sea, and they can't possibly get through that. And it's at that moment that God has verse 14 for them. And he says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." I don't know about you, but when I face some pretty big obstacles, when I face big battles in my life, I'm going to go down swinging. But God says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." What an important lesson for the Israelites to learn at the beginning of their Exodus and their beginning of their redemption out of bondage of over 400 years in Egypt. He says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still." I don't know what you're facing. I don't know what I'm going to face down the road. But as a child of God, to have this promise from him, you only need to be still and trust in him. Be encouraged. Be blessed. Go back and read Exodus chapter 14 and see that context. And let God speak to you today. Let him speak to you this week. And may you be encouraged, and may God bless you.